Hey everybody, today we're going to continue working on the Lego City, specifically the roads. Pretty much every single road plate in the Lego City right now needs to be worked on because they're not clipped together, they're in the wrong position, or they're just not built. I think it makes most sense to start with Town Hall. Got to strip it down to nothing, and I have a feeling we're going to be making a big mess today, but things have got to get worse before they get better. The mayor's got a smile on his face because his courtyard is all fixed up. Now I'm going to head across the street to the Ghostbusters HQ. And one of the first vehicles going back in the Lego City, was anyone else lucky enough to get one of these Lego Ideas Ghostbusters Ecto ones? Just matches up perfectly with the Ghostbusters HQ. There we go, did some dusting and set up some minifigures as well, so we've got some stories back on the streets here. Some of the first minifigs. Right by the Ghostbusters HQ and Sitcom Tower. Not bad. So now I need to decide where I'm going to continue. I don't know. There's so many roads to do. Like, pretty much all of them need to be fixed. I've got to build all these one-way roads. It's going to take a lot of half base plates. It might involve regular base plates and a razor blade, I won't lie, because half base plates are just outrageously expensive for what they are. I think this block needs to be dealt with. There can no longer be a bicycle lane here because this is where the residential buildings are. And as you can see, there's no sidewalk for the houses. So that bicycle lane needs to be ripped out. But check out this precision Lego surgery. We've got one of the road plates there that's like in my graveyard. Or like pre-built. I just peeled off the entire sidewalk plus the road extender. Also the sewer. And now, if my sewer's lined up correctly there, I should be able to just pop that right in spot like that. Boom, transferred. That works just perfectly. So I actually just finished streaming with the members here on YouTube, and during that members stream I built the Millennium Falcon holiday diorama. It's not bad. You get some Christmas figs, a giant turkey, Chewbacca, a Porg, BB-8, and just like a little mini scene of the Millennium Falcon. I love this new like Christmas light stuff. It used to be string, but now it's like plastic, so it's more rigid. So for example, if I wanted to use this to pose Spider-Man or something in the city, see how like the string dangles? Well, this stuff doesn't dangle. So you can actually like pose a minifig using it. It's actually super cool. I saw it in this set, and I also saw it yesterday when I was building the Viking Village, which is on my desk here. Wow, what a mess. Also, Gringotts is on my desk here. We've got the vault all built there. Also, the Iron Belly Dragon is built. And then I started creating the foundation for the base of the actual bank. And I decided to build mine on a Mills plate. And that Mills plate can actually sit right on top of the vault system, like so. So that's going to be pretty beauty once I get that built. When I actually get it built, we'll take a look at it. And then also during that live stream, I continued to work on the Lego City roads. So I actually fixed up this street here. You see the driveway pull-ins? So I modified all those by removing the bicycle lane, which was there. And then I put some curved slopes and put the regular line back in. But then I added some line breaks where the driveway pull-ins are. So I did one there. And also one over there. So that street's pretty much done. I didn't work on this because I couldn't really bring this to my desk. I've sort of got to work on this right here. So we'll take care of that next. Just can't really bring it to my desk. Well, I could, but it's sort of annoying removing this train track. And I haven't really decided yet what I'm going to do with this train track. It might just stay here, or I might reroute it down this street. What do you think? Should it stay on this street where the residential buildings are, or should it go down this street closer to the hospital, Sanctum Sanctorum, and also the residential buildings on this side? But if we do reroute it down this street, it's going to go through the center, and we already have train track on the right hand side, so it's going to make this like section right here, or that lane I should say, very narrow. So I don't know how I feel about that. It honestly might just have to stay right here, because if I do a more drastic reduction, for example, it can't go through there, it can't go through there, it can't go through there, then I've got to make some crazy changes to the Lego City. So I guess I just came to the conclusion for us, didn't I? The train's got to stay right there. That's just the way it is. And then I also started working on this here. So prior to today, or prior to making this video, that bicycle lane actually came through right there. But I modified this road plate, and I added the pull-in for the McAllister's house. And now I just have to finish the pull-in for the McAllister's house on the second plate. It turns out I can remove this very easily because the pull-in for the diner actually isn't like attached. It's just a brick, or panels rather, laid on their side. Yeah, so now I can just pull the next one over my desk there, get that straightened out, and same with the Simpsons one. So let's take care of the Simpsons one, the McAllister's one, and also the Quickie Mart one. First, I want to show you what I mean, though. You see Spider-Man, how he's just dangling there? Using the old school, like, string elements or Christmas light elements. Well, look at the new ones. See how it's got, like, some rigidity to it? Even with the weight of the Christmas lights, it can support Spider-Man. That is just such a good upgrade. Like, the string was sort of lame because you had to use multiple string elements to give the minifigure an action pose. But now, if they create these in white, I don't know if they do, but now you can just use one of them and he just sort of hangs there. There we go. Check that out. Little curves right there for the pull-in to the McAllister's house, and then the curved slopes right there for the pull-in to the Simpsons house. The broken up white line, trying to make these like super detailed, because like my previous layout, it was detailed, but some of the white lines were there and some of the curves weren't there. So I just want to make sure that when I'm redoing all of these roads that they're done correctly, just because it's going to be the best outcome. It feels good to get the Quickie Mart all fixed up there, just because this pull-in was a little bit more challenging. You've got 8 studs there, which is just the road plates, right? Like one of the 8x16 road plates, and then the zebra crossing. Ooh, maybe the zebra crossing should be there. Or maybe it shouldn't be there altogether. Maybe I should get rid of that. Luckily, I actually have 25 of these on order. And that's the ones without the zebra crossings, because there's a bunch of scenarios, like sort of everywhere, where they need to be removed. So I'm going to be really excited when those pieces arrive from Denmark, because then I'll be able to make those changes. But we've got the curve right there, the rounded curb, and then it's double-sided, and same with that on this side, and then you've got some more corners there. So there's quite a bit of corner action happening there that looks pretty good. I would like to brick build my parking lot, but I don't have enough dark gray brick. Yeah, the roads have consumed pretty much all of my dark gray brick for the road extenders, but one day I will brick build this just so those lines aren't as thick, but the tiles don't look too bad. So slowly but surely it's coming along here. I also have to modify these roads because there's no curved slopes leading up to the driveways. Also have to change it so it matches the driveway color, like the tiles. And then I also have to get the line breaks. So there's, I think, 3 driveways on that street, maybe even 4. Yeah, 4. So all of those have got to be modified, and I've pretty much just got to do it like leaning over and sort of stretching and reaching, just because I do not feel like removing that train track whatsoever. That doesn't sound fun at all. But before I do that, I'm actually going to relocate this triple plate. This is a triple plate because, or is it a double plate? I don't know. It might be a double plate, but it's got the parking stalls on the side of the road. Doesn't make sense to have this here anymore because it doesn't fit, because we have the one-way merge right here, the bicycle lane on the other side, and the parking stalls are just interrupting that one-way street there in front of the fire brigade. So I actually have to relocate that, and I think it's going to go back here because it makes sense to have the parking stalls in front of Assembly Square and also the Jazz Club. One thing I have to keep in mind now that I'm over here looking at it is that wherever there are road plates or mills plates along the edge of the table here, I got to make sure they're solid light gray. So when I make that swap up, I'll have to keep that in mind. But yeah, all I'm going to do is just grab these 3 plates and swap them up with the parking stall one. Oh, I'm actually wrong. This is a double plate. So I actually have to build a 1.5 plate. So a single plate that I'll be able to use from over there, and then a half plate with the bicycle lane. And that is going to accommodate the one-way street. I think these parking stalls are looking pretty good over here. And I just discovered that I got to build 1, 2, and 3 half road plates. There we go, that's much better. Now we have the pull-ins for the corner garage, and that half base plate connects to the one-way street, and then the other half base plate over here connects to the street by the fire brigade, just out front of the brick bank, and also Sesame Street. So I've actually gone through all of these streets as well and just done some tidying up, such as the bicycle lane here in this corner. There was some of the driveway pull-ins that were just not correct because there's no driveways over here. Oh, looks like I forgot to remove that broken line. I just need to replace that 1x6 plate there with a white one. So I've got to fix that up. But the half base plate here actually connects to the one-way road, so that's good. I think the half base plate is, I don't know, it's somewhere in this grid of road plates. They sort of blend in together. Also, I changed up this here, so there is the pull-in for the Octane gas station. So that's good. Now vehicles can actually drive in and fuel up their car. And then there was a bunch of tidy up over here that had to happen as well. So now we have a continuation of that bicycle lane, and that's going to connect over here to the one-way road. So once I actually get around to building this massive straight street right here, which is a one-way road, it's going to look pretty good because the two ways connect quite nicely. All right, I may as well take the time to fix that though. That doesn't look very good at all. Also over here, I spotted a couple things that are incorrect. Those bicycle lanes. There's no longer a bicycle lane over here. I literally don't have any more standard straights made right now. So I'm gonna have to convert those bicycle lanes back to standard. So I've got to expand that sidewalk back out to 6 studs and remove the dark azure bicycle lane. Oh man, my workspace here is just a road plate graveyard. Like, that is actually ridiculous. Well, that just makes a whole lot more sense. And also, check it out. I did the driveway pull-ins. At first I was like, oh man, I don't feel like doing that. And then it's like, you know what? Let's get it done. So we got the Fort Privet Drive one done there. It's down the street, there's the townhouse one done. Then the modern family home, and also the apple tree house. So pretty much all of the two-way roads are now done. And that includes all the corners and driveway pull-ins for like the McAllister's house, the Simpsons house, all the residential buildings, the corner garage, and the courtyard in front of Town Hall, the Ghostbusters HQ. All of these road plates are now like perfect. They're exactly how they should be. Same with all the road plates back there as well. So I'm really happy with that. The next big task that I need to do here for this Lego City rebuild is actually build all of my one-way roads. That requires a ton of 16x16 road plates, which are all laid out there. Also half base plates, and then a ton of 2x light gray plate, and also 2x2 light gray tile for creating the sidewalk. And yeah, it's gonna be a pretty big task to build all those, but once those are built, then the entire road system will be back up and operational, which is pretty exciting. I also have to figure out what I'm gonna do right here, because this park sort of continues behind the hospital. We've got that green strip right there, probably gonna have to remove that or just modify it so we have some more sidewalk around the hospital, both in front, beside, and behind. And then I'll have to reconnect the driveway pull through there as well. So there's still some more modifications that have to happen to the roads in order for me to classify the Lego City like base structure rebuild to be complete. But once I build those one ways and make those slight modifications, then the roads will be ready to go. And then I'll be able to add details back to the streets, such as traffic lights, crosswalk signs, and minifigures and vehicles. And then once my zebra stripes, my regular 16x8 road plates arrive from Denmark, I'll be able to switch all those up as well. So honestly, like big rebuilds like this, they don't take a whole lot of time. Like I would say 4 days of solid effort, because you have to strip it all down, remove all the modular buildings, remove all the vehicles and minifigures, place all the modular buildings back, and then reconfigure all of the roads, like just making sure that they make sense. And then you can add details back to the city. So we're getting there. The Lego City rebuild is almost done, but I was really happy that I was able to fix up the majority of the roads in this update. Thank you so much for coming on by. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more great stuff, and farewell.